Cut it in scale, guys. Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we are back with more, I'd say, Iron Banner goodies we need to look at. And what we're looking at today is probably going to be one of the most important kind of weapons, I would say, to grind out for this Iron Banner event. And it's going to be, of course, our Razor Edge. Now, I know people are going to hit me with the, why the hell would you want a short? The reason you want this sword, boys, is ever since, of course, our gyrfalcon hauberk, or hauberk, guys, I always pronounce this wrong. We're going to call it the gyrfalcons, and that's it. Screw the other word, I don't know what it means. But the gyrfalcons itself, ever since this got a buff in terms of dodging, gives you volatile on all your void weapons, hello. This is one of the only swords in the game that can roll a perk called Chain Reaction. How you obtain it when you don't already have it before, I think you literally get, it's a random drop now in PvP. There might be a quest line for Iron Banner. I already have it, but it's not like something you can kind of grind out for up here, so there's no rank to kind of get. Just play some Iron Banner and you might get a drop of it, but this thing can be really dope. As I said, there is other perks you can kind of go for. I do have a really cool kind of setup there with the energy transfer. So if I guard, I get class ability energy back, which means I get my dodge back, which means invis a bit more. It's up to you what you want in this trait slot here. You can get obviously relentless strikes, which a lot more people would want. But overall, this should be really, really sweet. We're going to be going in, of course, with our hunter. We have to with our rat king as well, so we can try to go invis as much as we can. A few different mods as well, like elemental ornaments, font of wisdom, bunch of different things to add on some extra damage to the sword. This should be juicy. So without further ado, let's go into PvE with the Razor's Edge and Chain Reaction and volatile rounds. Alrighty, so we are going to be doing a heist, of course, on the moon and everything, and this is going to be our Razor's Edge. Now, it is an absolute lightsaber too, so not only is it worth getting for all this chain reaction nonsense, it is also going to be sweet for getting, just because it looks hella dope. Like, it's a real, like, I don't know, lightsaber sort of weapon. So the way this will work, of course, with chain reaction is that if I get a kill on something, you'll see that it will just normally explode. But if I get a kill on something else now, broken, you die. You see the volatile will go off, and you see the double sort of explosions, and everything starts getting annihilated. If you start stacking, of course, all the wells of light and everything like that, that I am stacking as well for improved ability regen and all that. And, of course, with, as I said, the fact that I do have the guard counter on, so when I start getting hit, I start getting my dodge back. I can just like that. And then swing in and volatile. It's just such a sweet ass combo. I will definitely say it's so good. And oh my god, it's a death dunk. Oh, please die. There's the explosions. As I said, you can use the Rat King too if you really want to get invis as much as you can, and then come back out like this, and then get volatile going. I'm not getting, bro, can I not get slowed? Oh wait, I have no energy. I freaking wonder, wait, does volatile work when you have no energy? Nah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, honestly, overall, it's just a really cool combo. As the chain reaction by itself, it's not bad. You can see it's sort of like a weird ass little dragonfly that you get going, but the fact that you can kind of stack it a little bit with, of course, the sword, and my man took my kill. But the fact you can get it kind of stacking a little bit with volatile life for legit just dodging like this and swinging in like, look at this. No, someone took all my kills. I wanted to kill them all. There we go. I know people are going to hit me with the, why don't they just use the freaking fallen guillotine? That's another void, of course, sword that is honestly really, really good. The thing is, though, is that actually doesn't roll with this chain reaction perk. So that's what makes this so much better and so much worth getting, is that chain reaction that even if you don't have the volatile light going, a kill with this weapon will make basically not the same thing, but it will explode other things as well. So I think overall it's just it's a super cool sword. Definitely Iron Banner up this week. You should definitely try to farm out a chain reaction roll out of this. We'll slide into these DMs though, and there's the kill and there's the explosions. As I said, volatile light in general is just super cool, but it's more just being able to spam out even the chain reaction with it too. Obviously against the lower tier mobs, it works out really well. One simple swipe and all of a sudden they're all getting blasted. With the font of might and everything can kind of get going, especially as a void hunter with the hauberk. It honestly is just really, really sweet. And as I said, the volatile, even when you don't have it going, if you just want to get the chain reaction going by itself, there's a multitude of different ways you can play this. Now, how do I get that heavy? What is it, downstairs? It's just super cool with the combos. And I mean, gyrfalcons itself is honestly one of the funnest freaking perks, one of the funnest changes they made to an exotic, and I hope it doesn't get nerfed on hunters. It would be so sad if they ever nerf it, because it's super easy to get it going. But I will say that it's an absolute freaking blast. Just a simple kill even with a Rat King, and I get it going. There we go. Then you go like this and slice everything dead. Oh my god, it's just so freaking good. Oh boys, don't mind me, I'm just gonna make everything volatile. Here we go. There's the explosions. God, it's so good. And the thing about this is that it's actually in one of those archetypes of frames that's actually, I wouldn't say meta, but it's definitely one of the top ones. It is the Vortex Edge, so technically you have that right click that makes you spin like a freaking Beyblade. They are definitely, for me anyway, one of the top sort of swords to use PvE. I think the other ones aren't bad, but this one is just really sweet, and as I said, it's just so easy to kill things. But with the my guard as well, that I regen energy from my class ability. It just kind of bodes in really well with the whole thing. So if I actually just go like this and slide in, everyone's dead. Oh, it's so freaking sweet. I love it so much. Boys, leave me alone. Oh, it is really hard to see the chain reaction kind of going off. It's like the first little blast and then the secondary blast is volatile. Volatile is a lot bigger, so the explosion radius of volatile will be better to use. But obviously, if you're getting the other one going, you can see volatile goes after it as well. So realistically, it's just for legit free kills. Honestly, this thing is just nasty. So we're gonna get all this sort of jazz going. Look at this. We get the weapons boosts and everything, and now we go in and get everything dead. Oh, big boy, come on, there we go. And you can see the volatile by itself, that will always proc, so you don't have to kill. Chain reaction requires a kill, so I know people will be like, yeah, in GMs don't really use this, but swords honestly do a ton of damage. As I said, the main thing about it is, like, it is effective and everything, but my favorite part about it is that it's super cool to just run around third person with a sword. It honestly makes you feel like a Jedi or something, especially as a hunter jump and everything. It makes you feel so freaking cool. Just run around just slicing things up and absolutely annihilating them. I will say though, this isn't exactly a heist battlegrounds with the levels or anything like that. But it's just to kind of showcase obviously the explosions and everything as well going in. As I said, it's super simple to get going. So that's why I will say it's 100% going to be worth it for people. If you're doing Iron Banner this season and you do get some rolls of the sword, definitely try to keep any of the chain reaction, because one, it goes in really well with this build, but the other is that there is actually no other void swords in the game that have chain reaction. So you want to have unique weapons like this, especially when things like gyrfalcons just end up getting changed all of a sudden. You always want to have weapons that can kind of pair with it super well. It just annihilates so much stuff, and as I said, the hauberk, it just pairs so freaking well with it. Just look at it goes. Everything just explodes. Oh, it's so freaking juicy. It's just purple explosions everywhere. It's legit what I freaking wish that Nova Bombs would be like. Just freaking pure space magic. Well, that is it for me, and of course, the Razor's Edge Sword. As I said, for me, this is the most important kind of weapon to kind of grind out for this season in terms of Iron Banner. I think when it comes to Iron Banner, there's not actually that many weapons that are just really god tier right now. Out of the new ones anyway, Dark Decider's not great, and Ganora's Axe is kind of just, it's a slug, which it's not bad, but I just think slugs in the spot they're in right now isn't great. Obviously, PVE can be pretty nice because it's special with Jolt Shot, but for the most part, it's not great. But overall, I will say this is just a super unique sword and everything. It is the only void sword in the game with chain reaction, so it is going to be really sweet for any sort of build you use with gyrfalcons, or even if you just want pure explosions from the chain reaction itself. It's definitely going to be worth it. So I will say overall, it's a really dope sword, and with the gyrfalcons, it pairs it super well. So I would definitely say if you get some rolls of this, definitely try to keep it, because it will go in for you with gyrfalcons. Just try it on a hunter. You can try it on other classes as well. It's just hard to get volatile going with the chain reaction with other classes, but overall, I will say the Razor's Edge, with how easy the gyrfalcons hauberk is to get volatile going, it goes in super well together. I will definitely say try to pair these as much as you can. But regardless, if you liked the video, chose like, and you want to see more content, subscribe. Fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see the next collective in the next one.